everybody. It's Carol from Angels. Yes, look at it outside. It is, gosh, I think it's a tropical storm. And as you can see, Sophia is all safe out there because she has the umbrella over her head. So that is all cool. But you are here to meet Cathy from Juki. And I'm going to turn the camera around. And what we're going to do, we're going to give you a tour of the Jukis in here, and she's going to talk a little bit about each one, just little, you know, nothing huge. So here we go. So we are meet Cathy from Juki.
Well, hello everybody.
There
nice
we go.
Be here. Nice to be able to travel again.
Yeah, I know. We have been very much anticipating you. So, and I'm very happy because you had people here yesterday, people here today, and just to come in and see the Juki rep. So right. It's very cool.
Busy.
You have one of my customers, and she's also my good friend. She's saying hi, Cathy. So
hello. We sold a couple of machines too. Maybe.
Yes, we did, which is fantastic. Fantastic. So we're gonna head over to the Hazel series.
Okay. Yes.
Let's go on over there. So
I have other people call them Hazels, but it's home zigzag lock stitch. You can call it Hazel.
I know we were calling them the Hazel series, but what is it again? Can you say that one more time?
Home zigzag block stitch.
Okay.
And then these guys are nice little machines that you can take with you to a class or a retreat, especially now that we can travel again. So that's exciting. They're very affordable. Drop and bobbin, speed control, needle threaders, lots of stitches. They're kind of basic, but they do have an aluminum frame inside, so they're still sturdy.
They're sturdy inside. Now, what about a bag maker with this kind of a machine?
For sure, you can sew a lot of stuff on it. I mean, I can grab some fabric if you want me to. It'll handle fabric.
Okay.
It'll handle heavy fabric.
Okay.
But I would say if you're really a bag maker, we want to go.
We want to go to the TL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, exactly. Okay.
I mean, these are nice, but they're lightweight.
So,
but not too light.
Like you said, a great retreat, maybe a second machine that, you know, because like you said, it is lightweight. So this one is the 70HW, and you can see it is priced, it's priced amazing.
Yeah, $349. So
yeah.
Very nice.
And then we have the
80. The 80 has more stitches and also an alphabet. And then the bigger screen. So on here, you just see you're on stitch number 1.
Right.
Here,
this one
tells you your stitch length and your stitch width. And when you adjust it, you'll see that there. You can adjust it here too, but you just don't see it on the screen.
Right.
And
then we jump to the G220.
Which is lovely. That's a nice, solid machine. Unfortunately, it's not turned on. But this one has, because I don't think it's plugged in, dear. But
sorry, customer.
It has the thread cutter,
and that one has so that one goes a little higher
180
up.
stitches and an alphabet.
Excellent,
great machine too. Priced at $749.
Great
Can't
price.
beat that.
Yep. All right.
So now we're going to go over here. Actually, here, this is one of my very favoriteest machines for a nice price. You've got it at $11.99. But what I love about this is you've got needle down, foot lifts up, so you can pivot. It's also very quiet.
That's it. It is very quiet.
So if I hit my tie off button, it's going to tie off, and then I can hit my cutter. It'll cut the thread. You know, and here we go. The other nice thing here, I'm going to take my foot off, is right on the stitch plate. You've got the guide that you can flip to take it from a zigzag stitch to a straight stitch. So for piecing or for just doing straight stitches, the single hole is better because your fabric doesn't get shoved in.
Right.
And it's simple as just doing that.
That is cool.
Right?
We're learning so much having her here. Having you here, I should say. I was kind of talking to Mary Lou. And Sue.
285 stitches.
And this is the DX2000.
DX2000. This is probably my go-to for this price point. It also comes with this bonus box of feet. There's 5 feet in here.
Nice.
And then there's a whole bag of other feet that are for quilting, like walking foot and all of that.
You know what else we noticed on this yesterday too? Check out the cover here. The cover has a slot on the back or the front. No, actually I think it's No, it is the back. That you can put your stuff in, which I really thought was cool.
And it comes with all of these feet too. So you've got your walking feet, your quilting feet, your stitch in the ditch foot. So that's all with it. That's a huge value. And then besides your normal feet that you would have with a machine, which would be like your rolled hemmer and your blind hem, zipper, decorative stitch. So that's awesome too. So tons of stuff, plus the table, plus a thread stand, which we don't have on yet, but
I know we kept it in the
holder in the back.
Yeah, which is also great.
I love, love, love this machine. And let me sew again just for 1 second. You'll just hear how quiet it is. And I didn't even put my thread underneath. So, can't even hear it, can you? And it'll handle heavy fabrics and light fabrics again. So, love this DX2000.
Excellent.
We're going to move to the sergers. So, we were playing this morning with this one, right?
I can't wait to play on this. I really can't.
So, Air Thread Serger.
This is the MO2000.
MO2000 Air Thread Serger. And where'd my girl go that we talked about the upper looper faker outer?
The upper looper faker outer, that's right.
So yes, it's an air thread.
That is you, right, Persis?
That is me, yes. Yep, the upper looper faker outer.
We were just kind of joking about it, but when you do 2 threads or some other techniques, the machine will tell you exactly how to set it up. Oops, let me go this way. So we were actually talking about the 3-thread super stretch.
Yes.
And I would have never even known there was a 3-thread super stretch if I didn't have this little screen to tell me about that. But when you do that, it tells you how to set it up. So now you use 2 needles, no upper looper, and a lower looper. So in order to not use an upper looper, then you're gonna have this little guy on the upper looper sitting here, pushed over. And that's what that arrow is telling you, like push it over. So you do have to take the thread out, but you just push it over and it goes right in. So it sits back, but it's the 2-thread upper looper faker outer. But it's actually a 3-thread right now, so it's just the upper looper faker outer. Anyway, yeah. I'll stop with that. I have fun with this machine, and then the thing about it telling you how to set it up, it's just so nice. You have your manual right here. So 3-thread rolled hem. It's saying take your left needle out. You know, push your stitch finger forward. Your upper looper faker outer is back there because you're not engaging it. So I don't know.
So, can you tell me why someone would, what does Juki have that other sergers don't have?
Don't have? Well, number one, price point.
I totally agree with that.
And Juki's a great serger, and this has the air threading. It's got the powerful motor that air threads it too. If, for example, if I leave my door open, it won't sew. If I'm threading and I forget to put my foot down, it won't sew. And some other sergers will, and if that happens, then it all comes unthreaded. The other thing I like is on the needle threaders, if you push them down, it goes into the eye, and you don't have to hold on to it. So you have 2 hands that you can use to loop your thread.
That is pretty cool.
Because if you had to hold this down and then try to get it, it's like, what?
Right.
There's a little more space here too, so it's easier to use. The tools are right here in the door, so super handy if you need your tweezers or your screwdriver. Normal needles, flathead screwdriver, nothing crazy there. It's such
and
a
it comes with the tweezers?
And it comes with tweezers.
Very cool.
And honestly, most sergers you have to thread in order. But with this one, it doesn't matter what order you thread it in. So earlier we were doing 2-thread, and we had taken out these 2. But I was able to put them back in without having to rethread the entire serger.
All right.
So
very cool.
Very nice. And this is cover hem only, or chain stitch and cover hem. That's also nice. It's good to have air thread 2, 3, 4 thread, and then cover hem, and both of them together makes a perfect situation for sergering.
Excellent. Do we want to chat a little bit about that Kokochi?
Sure. So, welcome to the Juki Kokochi, the newest, beautifulest
It is beautiful.
machine that we have.
It's amazing.
12-inch bed, lots of light, lots of stitches. There's 400 and something stitches, I believe, might even be more. But the screen's lovely. Actually, I think there are more. You can just scroll through the screen like this. And when you choose a stitch, let's just say that one, then if I adjust my stitch length or my width, I see it right on the screen. Right? It's also Wi-Fi enabled, so you could go onto YouTube and watch videos on what's the project.
Right on that screen.
Well, you go into it.
Right, but on that screen. That is,
Yeah, and then
I think that
you've
is
got
so
your
cool.
digital tutorial, Juki website, instructional movie, manual. It's all built in. And then it's a screen kind of like on your cell phone. You know, it's just a touching
Yeah.
hold. So this also then is super duper quiet. So it's going to sew this, and you'll see it'll move.
Oh.
And you'll see exactly where your needle is as you're sewing along.
Exactly, as you go along. I love that feature.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
And again, you can't even hear it. It's so quiet, and it'll handle heavy fabrics and things like that. If I touch, let's see, here, I actually think I set this side to do. So there's a 2-part foot control. So I've got the right side set to do a tie off, cut, and lift. And now I'm going to go ahead and sew again. I just put my foot on the pedal, foot drops down. So again,
So you don't even have
right
to drop your
side,
foot.
Tie off, cut, lift. So again,
Nice.
super nice.
Very nice. People have been loving these. I've sold a few of these.
But I'll tell you this too. One of the cool things about this, and either this one or a DX3000 or an NX7, they have these features. I haven't even opened this box, but when you switch the stitch plate from a zigzag plate to a straight stitch plate, you also change your
That's right.
no other machine
Machine,
that I know of.
right.
You just pop them out and pop those in. But you see, the narrow feed dogs have the longer toe, similar to our straight stitch machine that everybody knows and loves. So that's going to pull those lightweight fabrics in. Versus, you know, the wider feed dogs, they're fine. But let's say you wanted to use the 1/4-inch piecing foot with a guide. You see, it perfectly fits on top of those feed dogs. If you were putting it on this one, it goes in. That guide would go into the groove,
Right.
right? So it's a nice combination of a decorative stitch machine and our straight stitch machine. So it's very fast too, like 1,050 stitches a minute, I believe.
Wow.
Lots of nice feet. There's a
Yeah,
little
lots
accessory
of
tray
nice
for
accessories
your
with that.
extra accessories.
Yep.
Yeah, and then of course you've got your tray here too, which you can put your accessories in.
Right. Nice. Very nice.
I love the Kokochi. I hope I'm not forgetting something. Oh, Kokochi means good feeling in Japanese, roughly translated, I think. And so when you're sewing on it, it does have that smooth, good feeling.
It does. It definitely does. Should we go over to the long arm?
Yes.
So this is
Do you want
the
to point those out?
Sure, I do. So this is our Juki Miyabi. It now has the stitch regulation built into the head of the machine. So these are little laser eyes.
Yep.
And so this is a sit down quilter, although we're standing.
Although we're standing up.
But you have the stitch regulation built in, so when you're sewing, your stitches will all be the same length. It also has the option of, so you can take your foot off the pedal, remember? So she doesn't have her foot on the pedal. She can just concentrate on moving. We've made the pedal an on-off switch.
that is very cool.
And now all of her stitches will be the same length. And so she's on cruise, which means the needle's going to kind of bounce even when she stops, but when she turns it off, there's also a precise mode, which means that when you stop, the needle stops.
Yep.
Or you could do manual, and you can also do based. Some of the nice features about the Juki long arm, number one, it's made in Japan, where they make all of their industrial machines. I don't even know if you're just showing the machine. Not,
I'm showing
not
the
me.
machine.
Okay,
No, but
good.
you're talking. That's okay.
You've also got a built-in bobbin winder right here, and so you could even wind on a separate spool while you're sewing if you
And
wanted
that's a
to.
plus because most of the other long arm machines, you have a full separate bobbin winder machine. Somewhere else in your room, where this is right at the machine.
Yeah, and you can do it while,
Right.
someone else could do it while you're quilting, I guess.
And again, it's a commercial machine, so it's got a servo motor mounted on the upper shaft. There's no belts, there's no brushes, essentially there's virtually no maintenance, nothing to wear out. It's gonna last forever.
And again, the price point. I mean,
And that's complete.
how can you? There we go. There we go. You know, I'm looking at it. I'm not. You're right.
Right.
I don't know how you can go wrong with Juki, really.
And that comes
is
with the
amazing.
table, which is adjustable. in
Exactly.
height.
And there's all kinds of little templates you can get to assist you for some scroll work and feathers. These are great.
Rulers.
Yeah.
And then the foot, the free motion foot, is a ruler foot too.
Yep.
Yep. And the table, you can put side extensions on it
Yeah.
Yeah.
to balance your quilts out. Let's see what else I have to tell you about it.
And if someone gets the sit down, it can also transfer to a
Frame.
long frame.
Yep.
A
The same head goes from our sit down onto a frame.
onto the frame.
So
Perfect.
they wouldn't have to buy a whole new system. And again, with the stitch regulation built in, that means when you're on a frame, you no longer have encoders to deal with. And so it tracks very nicely, and it's wonderful. And then you can add the computer program too, which will move it for you, which is Quilter's Creative Touch.
Right. Right. We talked about that, and I did. Yes. Yes. We're always learning. This is great. Good. All right. We're gonna do this Sai, the Tajima.
Sure. So Juki is now partnering with Tajima. Juki being, an industrial sewing machine company. Tajima also being well known in the industry for embroidery. So this is an 8 needle. It's a complete package. So it's a. What do I want to say?
And again, people that are maybe, looking to have a multi-needle, and a lot of people out there too. I'm always correcting because they think that the multi-needle is only for someone that's going into business. Yes, of course it is for someone that is in business, but it's also for the home sewer, home embroiderist. I mean, this just makes your life so much easier. Yeah.
It's quite compact, so there's not a big,
And like you said, it comes with everything. It comes with the
it's a compact
stand.
commercial embroidery system, meaning it comes with 200 by 100 hoops, 200 by 300 hoops, a hat hoop driver, 2 hat hoops,
Just that.
plus all the software.
And all the software.
And within the software, you can obviously combine designs and do fonts, but you also get a digitizing program, a picture stitch program, a sketchbook, true type font converter. So, and you can resize and all of that on the software, and that comes with it. And that software is made by Pulse.
Just that alone is amazing. That's amazing. It really is. I mean, yeah, it's amazing.
Again, commercial,
Yeah.
but still for the home sewer.
Exactly.
So, wonderful.
And price point.
Stitch this whole thing out.
So cute. So cute.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
This is our extension table here. I'm just going to move this over.
So
But
it's
yeah,
Tajima side, and it's also affordable as a package.
exactly.
So,
I'll just flash the price over here so people can see it too.
yep, you got it.
I mean, yeah, it's excellent. So what are we going to do next? The TL 18?
Sure. So this is the QVP version of the 2010 Q or the TL98 from way back when in 1998. Sorry, that's my phone. This is the machine that everybody knows and loves from Juki.
It's the machine that I have at home, and I am absolutely in love with it. Love it, love it, love it.
It'll sew through everything.
And that is the
It's
truth.
basically semi-commercial. Sews fast. It sews 1,500 stitches a minute. Needle down. There is a knee lift that you could attach if you wanted to, but
I can't wait to try it at home. I have not used my knee lift, and I'm anxious to try it.
right, because we talked about it today.
Yeah.
So super fast. It'll handle heavy. We just sewed through all this too. So here.
Just like butter, literally.
Oh wait, you want to talk about butter?
Yeah, that we call that the beast. Yes.
So here's my scissors, or I could rack to the back of my foot, and it would cut as well. And then with the TL18, you have a couple extra features off the 2010. Number one, it comes with more feet. All of these feet, and they're heavy, right?
Hi. Here's our mail lady.
It also has the micro lifter. So basically, this is the pressure on the pressure foot, and you can see in the screen here where your pressure foot dial is set. But then the micro lifter will raise the foot up a micro amount, but just enough to get like thicker batting or corduroy, you know, or whatever you're sewing. If you're doing bags.
For you bag makers out there, you know what it is like when you're doing certain things that have many layers, and I use that micro lifter all the time. Love it.
So it's right
Just
here,
love
and you
it.
just turn it.
Yep, and you just turn it.
Very
Very cool.
Other features I was saying, there's now a metal plate here. So if you wanted to screw in like a hem guide or maybe a bias binder, this is metal. The 2010 was notch metal. And then the light's adjustable.
Gives you
Okay.
3 different settings, 3 or 4 different settings.
Comes with the table,
Yeah.
tons of feet. Does free motion, you just drop your feed dogs there and switch your foot.
And then there's this extension table as an extra accessory that you can get to add to it also.
Yes, the extension table, you would turn the machine
amazing.
sideways.
Right.
And then it makes it more like this.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool. Lots and lots of space. All right, the Beast.
This is one of my favorite machines because there's nothing else like it on the home market.
Again, the price point. I mean, this machine is something else.
It's gonna sew 2,500 stitches a minute.
2,500. Did you guys hear that? 2,500.
So I'm gonna floor it, okay?
It is crazy.
It just feels so nice. Have you tried this one?
No, I came in one day and I was.
You didn't try that one? You have to. Oh, you did.
showed me.
You did. Yes.
Doesn't it sound nice though?
It's
I can't believe how quiet they are
Yeah. It
for a
just
high
feels so
speed
good.
for a high speed machine too.
Mm-hmm. So again, it's just straight stitch. But when you say just straight stitch, that's pretty much all you really need, except maybe have a couple other machines to do buttonholes and things. But
right.
you can also then go.
What sewist only has one machine, Kathy?
But adding straight stitch is awesome. So I'm gonna
Right.
rock back. It's gonna do it did a back tack and a cut, and it lifted the foot up for me. So then when I go to sew again, the foot drops. It's doing a back tack and sewing forward. I can turn that off just by touching those buttons, and then it won't do a back tack if I didn't want it to because I'm piecing or something, you know. But so I'm gonna go ahead and let it do that cut again. And then if I wanted to go to free motion, I just touch this button, boom, feed dogs drop. I put on a free motion foot, which it comes with, which is also a ruler foot. My settings that I had the last time I was sewing for free motion will remain, so I don't have to adjust those again. And then you go back to the normal sewing. You have a feeding system. There's 4 feed locusts or loci, I don't know. But you've got a box feed, an elliptical feed, and you've got one where your front feed teeth are higher or front feed teeth are lower, and that's going to be for thicker fabrics or thinner fabrics, but that's also awesome.
So you can switch from one to the other depending on what fabric.
Yeah, depending on what application you need. So there's no walking fit with this, but you have the 4 feed dog locusts.
Right.
So that's super cool. Just thought of something else I was going to say. Well, anyway, everything's all digital. So my speed right now is set at 2,500. If I want to slow myself down, then now I'm at only 1,000. It's still faster than most machines. But tension is digital.
And
so
it's quiet.
there's no tension in here. This is just a little knob. The tension's built into this. So feed dogs are digital, tension is digital.
Absolutely. I know it's so true. Listen to that. That's really
Listen to that.
Right?
It's crazy.
Somebody else should sit down and try it.
It's crazy. Does someone want to sit down and try it?
Sure, I'll try.
Okay, so if you rock back, you'll lift the foot up. If you rock back hard, you're going to do the tie off and cut. So
Let's see.
Our Patty is sitting down at the Beast. We lovingly call it that. It's the J150. So you haven't even tried this, Patty? Oh.
on the thread plate, this is your zigzag opening, which would be any decorative
Isn't
structure.
that crazy?
But look at this up the well, that's normal. But if you wanted to go straight stitch, you just push that button.
Goodness. And it lifts up the feet, and you go. Oh my goodness. Your hands are free. Look at that.
There's stickers here for a reason.
Isn't that awesome?
Let's say I
I just think it's so cool.
Me too. You don't have to lift anything. Your foot does the work.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so I think that concludes our Juki tour. I want to say thank you to Cathy for coming up. We've been greatly anticipating you, and it's just so good that we got like a nice review on all of these machines. And I know I learned a lot, and I cannot wait to sit at that MO 2000. I'm kind of excited about that. So thank you so much. Anybody has any questions, you know how to find us, angelsewing.com, and we will see you soon. Bye, everybody.